Hello, I'm James Booth, and this is my final presentation for the Cyber Academy at the University of Colorado in Colorado Springs. So, my project was Project 9, and the purpose of my project was to learn how to create, host, and secure my own website. This involved a lot of work on two ends of the website. On the front end of the website, which is the part that you, the user, would be able to see, involved organizing a website in a way that was convenient for my users, making the website look nice, and that involves giving it a theme, having images be a good quality, everything that makes a website look and work functionally. And there's a lot of things that I had to do on the back end as well. First, I had to give it an IP address. That way it could actually be found on the web when people wanted to visit it. Create a URL for it. That way people don't have to type in the IP address every time. It makes it more convenient for the users to access. And creating certificates and doing things with the firewall. That way my website was secure. When people knew they were visiting, they know that their information is not being stolen by my website or by somebody else who is on my website. So my goals for the project are make a functional website that can be accessed on the internet, learn the procedure behind making a website and how to upload it to the internet, and learning how to secure my website from external and internal threats, but also make it functional and convenient for people who use my website. So at the midterm, I had just made my index page, as you can see there on the top right. That's very bland, boring. All it says is hello world. The background's white. There's no images. It's very bland and boring. And I had just installed XAMPP on Windows and Ubuntu so that I could make my WordPress websites. As you see there on the bottom right, XAMPP has just been installed and it is running for the first time. Originally, I was going to have a WordPress site on Windows and Ubuntu, but due to time constraints, I decided to focus solely on making a website on Windows. So a lot of my project was just doing research. I had to do a lot of research, whether it was finding out how to block IP addresses and ports using the Windows firewall, or how to align text in the text editor. That way my images and text would appear correctly when I turned on my index page and looked on that. That way it all looked nice. Definitely also a lot of trial and error. Several times I tried things, they didn't work, my website wouldn't pull up, so I'd have to go back in, do more research, and figure out what exactly I did wrong. But all the effort paid off, as in the end I was able to have functional and good looking websites, as you'll see here in a second. So this right here is my finished index page. As you can see, it has a cool title, Hello Cyber Academy, welcome to the coolest website on the internet. It has some sample text there, basically explaining what an index page is, and a couple pictures as well. It also has at the top its own IP address and a port. If you were on the same server as me, you would be able to go ahead and visit my website. And it's an HTTPS link, which means that it is a secure website. It has its own certificate. And this one, it's pretty simple to make. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Almost anybody could do it with a little bit of practice. So in order to edit my index page, I use a text editor right here. This is basically the back end of my website. I use certain commands and I'm able to add the title, the body text you saw, and the images you saw as well. Making any changes here would make changes back on the index page. For example, if I were to delete the title right there, the Hello Cyber Academy, welcome to the coolest website on the internet, if it were to be deleted here and I were to go refresh the page, you wouldn't see it on the website because now I have to delete it from here. So this is how the website runs. Everything that you see on the index page there on the front of the website, the back end right here is where it's all made possible. So I can do a lot of things on the back end, as I said earlier. I can change the kind of text I have. I can make it like a header text or a body paragraph. With my images, I'm able to change the height, width. I can even change where they're positioned on the page in relation to my text. I can make the text wrap around it. There's a lot of options for what you can do right here. If you want, you can keep it simple, but you can also get a little more advanced if you have the knowledge too. There's also a few other things that go into making the index page. Here on the top right, I have all my site bindings, which is, as you can see, the IP address that my site is linked to. When you type that into the browser, it would connect to the IP address on the server, and that would allow you to access the website. That's the port it comes out of. And I also have the certification, which is what allows me to make it in HTTPS as opposed to an HTTP, which means that it's a secure website. It's known that it's secure. Anybody who visits it know, oh, this is a safe website. On the left there, I also have firewalls that allow me to add rules that allow me to block or allow certain connections. For example, right there, I'm able to block the Ubuntu machine. So when the IP address for the Ubuntu machine tries to access the website, the firewall basically blocks it and says, no, you're not allowed to access that. This IP address is blocked. And so the Ubuntu machine is not able to access that website. And so I'm able to do and block certain applications or IP addresses or ports in order to make my website safer for those who use it. So right here is my finished WordPress website. So you can see it's a lot more colorful. There's a lot more to it than the index page because it's a little more advanced. Once again, hello Cyber Academy, welcome to my website. I'm able to say who made the page, myself, have its own date, and people are even able to comment on it. So definitely a lot more advanced than the index page. Once again, as you can see, it has an HTTPS, meaning it's a secure website, and it has an IP address. So that way, if you're on the same server, you would once again be able to come visit my website. I was also able, thanks to the WordPress website, able to make different pages. So right here, I have what was my project. It's a different page. You'd be able to visit on my website. It gives a basic description of what the project is and how I was able to create the WordPress website. So once again, a little more advanced than the index page. So right here, like the index page, I can use an editor. And in this case, I use the PHP My Admin in order to make changes to my WordPress website. This is, once again, the back end of the website. So this is how everything on the website runs. Normally, on a WordPress, on a site like WordPress, you'd be able to go in and edit it directly from the page. Instead of having to do this, you can use this method, but it's a little more risky as this is, where all the user information is stored, all the logins, passwords of people who come to your website and log in, save their password, email, whatever. All that information is stored here. So you mess up something here, you can shut down your whole website. All the data could be lost and you're never able to get it back up. So while you can edit it from here, generally you want to try avoid doing that, as it can be a bit risky if you don't know what you're doing. But however, if you want to, like the other index page, I can do a lot of the same things from the My PHP admin. I can add new pages to my website, new paragraphs, and even images to my website. I can also do some more advanced things compared to the text editor, like I can change the theme of my website. I can add certain pictures to certain pages. I can add animated pictures as well. Or I can also make pages private, which would mean that you need a password that I'd give out that allows you to view certain pages. So compared to the index page, the WordPress is definitely a lot more advanced. So if you're looking to do something for school, a business, or a company, this would definitely be the way to go. It would be more functional, it would look better, it'd be more professional. But the index page is also really simple, not as much needed. You don't need to learn as much, it doesn't take as much effort, and it's a lot easier to recover if something were to go wrong. So index page, if you're looking to do something simple, if you're looking to do something more advanced, the WordPress is definitely the way to go. So, thanks to the knowledge I gained from this project, I hope to use it in my future career field, whether I do something in information technology or something in cybersecurity, to hopefully help others make and secure their own websites. My dream is also one day that I will be able to publish my own website, whether it be for my business or a company I'm working for, that others are able to visit on the internet. Ultimately, I don't know what I'll want my website to be, but I can't wait to be able to do that thanks to the knowledge I've gained from this project. So overall, I thought this was a really, really great project. It definitely taught me a lot. A few things it taught me. It taught me it's not enough to have a cool theme, a catchy name, and just stick it out there on the web. There's a lot of work, a lot of people working behind the scenes to make the websites that we visit every single day work. They're the ones making sure that the website is on certain ports, that the IP address is the correct one, and the ones making it secure. So that way, when you visit it, when you type in your confidential information like your credit card, email, social security number, they're the ones making it secure. So that way, your information isn't being stolen. And I learned that there's a lot of work that goes into the back ends of those websites. And I thought this was a great project for somebody like me who's never made a website, never seen anything but the front one, never made anything but a simple Google website where you can just edit the theme and stuff. I thought it was a great project. Uh, it was challenging enough to where I had to work at it. I had to do research. It took me a lot of time, but it also wasn't to the point where I just wanted to give up. I really felt like I was able to progress, and I felt great each time I figured something out. And I would definitely recommend this project for those who are trying to learn more about website security or want to learn how to create their own websites. It was definitely a great way for me to learn about all of that. And I'm really grateful I had the opportunity to do this project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your summer. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.